Let's start with a question. Have you ever followed financial advice to the letter, only to feel like you're stuck in the same place? Like no matter how hard you try to save, invest, or budget, your bank account barely grows? Most people assume it's because they're bad with money, lazy, or unlucky, but here's the shocking truth. It's not you. The system is literally designed to keep you poor, and in today's video, we're going to unpack exactly how that happens. First, let's talk about the kind of advice you hear everywhere. Save 10% of your income, pay off debt as fast as possible, invest in index funds for the long term. Sounds reasonable, right? Safe even. But here's the catch. Safe advice doesn't make you wealthy. It keeps you stuck in a loop that only benefits the people who control the financial system. Think about it. The banks make money when you borrow. Credit card companies thrive on interest. And even investment gurus often make more from selling advice than helping you actually grow wealth. You've been told to play the game by rules that were never meant to let you win big. Then they give you an example. Imagine two people, person A and person B. Person A follows every piece of conventional financial advice. They budget religiously, pay off debts, invest in safe index funds, and never take financial risks. Person B studies the system, learns the hidden loopholes, takes calculated risks, and leverages opportunities most people ignore. Fast forward 10 years. Person A has a decent savings account and maybe a small investment portfolio. They're comfortable, sure, but their wealth growth is slow. Person B, on the other hand, has assets generating multiple income streams, investments that grow faster than inflation, and a network that opens doors to opportunities Person A never even knew existed. It's understanding the system the right way. Here's why most financial advice is designed to keep you poor. It focuses on compliance, not growth. It teaches you how to survive financially, not how to thrive. When you follow the rules blindly, you're essentially training yourself to remain predictable, and predictable people are easier to control. Take debt, for example. Everyone preaches, get out of debt immediately. On the surface, that makes sense. Who wants to pay interest? But here's the hidden rule. Debt, when used strategically, is one of the fastest ways to build wealth. Real estate investors, business owners, and even some of the world's wealthiest people leverage debt to multiply their money. Conventional advice teaches you to fear debt, keeping you trapped in a slow growth mindset. Next, let's talk about saving. Saving is important, no doubt. But the common advice, save 10% of your income, is a trap if you want to get rich fast. Inflation, rising costs, and low-interest savings accounts actually erode the value of that money over time. Meanwhile, the people who understand the system are using that same income to invest in opportunities that generate far higher returns, often using methods most people don't even know exist. And what about investing? Most beginner advice pushes index funds, ETFs, and long-term diversification. Safe, yes, but safe also means slow. The financial system wants you to invest just enough to feel like you're growing, but not enough to break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. High-growth strategies, alternative investments, and network-driven opportunities are rarely discussed because they disrupt the predictability of the system. Let's bring in psychology for a second. Humans are wired for comfort and fear avoidance. Most financial advice exploits that. It tells you to be careful, play it safe, and avoid risks. Risk avoidance keeps you comfortable, but it also keeps you poor compared to those who understand how to take calculated risks without gambling everything. Now, here's a big one. The role of information. The people who control wealth also control the flow of financial information. Media, blogs, and social platforms tell you what's safe, what's normal, and what you should aspire to. But the reality is wealthy insiders have access to knowledge, networks, and opportunities that the average person doesn't. They benefit from your ignorance while selling you solutions that make them money, not you. So how do you break out of this trap? Step 1 is awareness. Recognize that conventional advice is a baseline, not a roadmap to riches. Step 2 is education, but not the kind you get from mainstream sources. You need to understand systems, leverage, and hidden opportunities. Step 3 is action. Start small, but start strategic. Use debt wisely, invest in growth, and always question the safe advice that everyone repeats. Let's look at a real-world example. You're told to save $500 a month in a savings account, earning 1% interest. After 10 years, you'll have saved $60,000, but inflation has likely eaten away a third of it. Now imagine instead, you use that $500 to learn a skill, start a small side business, or invest with leverage. The upside could be multiples higher. One path is designed by the system to keep you comfortable but limited. The other uses knowledge to break free. Here's the truth most financial gurus won't tell you. Getting rich is less about discipline and more about understanding the hidden rules. Discipline alone won't help if the rules themselves are stacked against you. So what's the alternative? Learn the system from the inside. Study how money flows, who benefits, and why. Look for patterns that consistently create wealth. Use leverage in knowledge, networks, and capital. Most financial advice keeps you poor because it emphasizes survival over growth and safety over opportunity. So next time someone says, save more, spend less, and invest safely, ask yourself, is this helping me grow or just keeping me where I am? Because most people will keep following advice that keeps them poor. But you just got the map they don't want you to see.